Hey Stash Busters, it's Kimmer. Today I thought I'd show you quick the difference between and how to front loop or back loop only. You'll see a lot in patterns, you'll see directions that say FLO DC, for example, or HDC, or likewise the BLO and then a stitch direction. Sometimes it gets crazy where there's like, front loop only 2 times treble, treble crochet, or you're like, what? So always when you see things like that, just break it down, into one step at a time in the direction. So BLO or FLO means back loop or front loop only. And what loop they're talking about, I've got a little half double crochet started here. What they're talking about is when you look at your crochet, generally you are looking at it from the front and you insert your needle into a stitch, which is here generally. But what you're inserting it into is you're inserting it underneath the V. These two little V's right here. See that? Right there. So those are the loops of your stitch. These, there's a front loop and this is a back loop. Back loop, front loop. So when it says to back loop only, HDC, for example, we're going to do that half double crochet. So half double crochet, you yarn over once, insert, yarn over again, and pull through 3, correct? Correct. To back loop only half double crochet, we insert through the top, the center of the V, right here, and we go out the back. So those 2 loops I just showed you, we're only catching just the back loop, and we just complete the stitch as normal, but only going through the back loop. And if I do that a few times, something neat happens. You get this rib or ridge going. And this is what people do to make things look more knitted. See that? Now I have this nice indentation here. Right here, and on the other side it's flat, but on this side I have this right here, this ridge, this rib forming from going back loop. Now front loop does exactly the opposite. So if I was to start going in the front loop now, that would be this loop, the one closer to me of the 2. And so if I half double crochet in that one and in the next one, you'll find it's helpful to have not a huge headed hook when you're doing front loop and back loop. Not too small either. You don't want to be splitting your yarn, but something that will, for the yarn you're working with, that will kind of slide in and out easy between those 2. And God help you if you're using yarn that splits easy. Actually, I am right now using yarn that splits easy. But I am using it because I am doing something. So that was front loop only. And that changes things. Now the ridge is on the back side. See that? Up to here it was smooth and flat and even, and now there's a ridge on the other side, and on this side it's smooth and flat. So that's the difference. It's just remembering the architecture of your basic crochet stitches. Like I said, the stitches actually have parts. So the top parts are the loops, and then the legs or the posts are these parts right here. This part. So when you do a taller and taller stitch, your post gets taller. This part. This is a post. So the next tutorial I do quick for you will be front and back posting, which is another way to add texture and ribbing to your stitches. So anyway, there you go. Front loop, back loop only. See you.